Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We are talking about Mary Kay again. I had so much fun making my first Mary Kay video and y'all seem to really like it. So we're going back in, same team, same leader. I'm hoping to start venturing into other teams and leaders on Mary Kay if this is something that y'all continue to like to watch and listen to me rant about. But right now I have quite a few trainings from this team leader and she brings the cringe. So we're just gonna enjoy it while it lasts. With all of that said, if you're new here, I do not blur the faces in my videos. I don't change voices. I don't do any of that unless it has something to do with copyright issues. Now, that does not mean that I am ever inciting hate or encouraging anybody to seek these individuals out and send them mean messages or comments. That is very unproductive. That's not what my channel is for. This channel is for education and entertainment purposes only. So please, please, please do not do that. And with that, we're going to get into it. Timestamp is 4:18.
Well, over the weekend, we had our Miracle Set workshop and we provided you with an action plan. If you didn't get to watch that, I'm excited to tell you that you still can because we have 3 things for you. We have the playback of the 45-minute workshop, and that's posted in our unit Facebook group. We also have a link to all the documents that you could possibly want that I shared in the workshop and that also live on InTouch, but I tried to make it super easy for you to click in one place and get all the documents. Who's excited?
Me.
Miracle Set compared to the
I'm so excited. I'm trying to see if the link is in this recording. I don't think it is, but that would be fun. It's not. Dang it. Oh, well. Let's carry on, shall we?
Things like, well, how does this Miracle Set compare to the previous Miracle Set 3D? And what is this daytime defender and nighttime recovery thing? So all the documents that you hear us talk about and see in the workshop playback are all linked. And that one link will take you to all those documents. They appear in alphabetical order in that Google Drive folder. And then we also did a guest skincare class. It was a virtual skincare class, but I wanted you all to see how I'm incorporating the new Miracle Set into my skincare class. And really, when you watch it, you're going to see that the virtual and the in-person are not that much different, you guys. The only difference is, obviously, if people are with you in person, then they can put it on their face. And so it might take a little bit more time, but that guest class playback is also posted in the unit Facebook group, and it was exactly 30 minutes long. So if we can do it virtually in 30 minutes, you can certainly do it in person in an hour. So coming up in our training tonight, we're going to talk about why this new Miracle Set has provided us with such a phenomenal booking and selling opportunity. But we're going to get into some other things first, including welcoming some new faces to the huddle. So I am going to spotlight one of our new consultants and have her unmute. Her name is Michelle Collins, and Michelle lives in Virginia Beach, and we just had her welcome appointment yesterday. So Michelle, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so first of all, this video is from this week. So this is their most recent training. The last video that I reacted to, I think, was from sometime last year, if I'm remembering correctly. I still can't get over the fact that people are still joining Mary Kay. But this goes to show that they are literally actively today still joining Mary Kay. What the is happening?
Hey, how is everyone? Well, I guess everybody doesn't have to unmute, but this is my first Zoom, by the way. So
ever? Is this her first Zoom ever? Because that would explain a lot.
Just bear with me, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited to be here and just look forward to learning more.
Yay, we're so excited to have you, Michelle. Congratulations. And then we have another new face who is not new to everyone. Some of you will recognize her, so I'm going to have her unmute and we'll welcome her. Her name is Sarah Covell.
She's definitely not new because she's got a red jacket on and the pins that I see them all wearing. If you know anything about the pins, drop it in the comments. Y'all have been super helpful with my first video because I admittedly don't know a whole bunch about Mary Kay. Like I said in the past, I was in LuLaRoe Scentsy Body for a very short period of time. So those are the three that I know a little more about. Mary Kay I'm still learning the ropes. So if you know about that fucking pin, please just enlighten us in the comments.
And she is one of our sisters in the James National area. So Sarah, tell everybody a little bit about you.
Well, hi, I'm Sarah. Longtime consultant, first time Brittany Mitchell Zoom meeting attendee. I'm
Longtime listener, first time caller.
super excited. My director is Tammy Bradford in the Denver area. I live in Philly now, so she's only doing in-person meetings as of this seminar year. So I, lucky me, get to be an adoptee to you guys, and I'm super excited. So
Yay!
Very excited to see some familiar faces and to get to know the rest of y'all.
We are so thrilled that you're here. And as you can all see, Sarah is a red jacket, which means she has 3 or more active team members, and she is a very, very strong consultant, you guys. So as much as she is looking forward to learning from us, we are going to learn from her. So Sarah, don't be surprised when I tap you to share some things in the weeks ahead, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right, you guys. Well, let me give you a couple of dates to keep on your calendar. And then in just a couple of minutes, we're going to do our segment that we do every week called Wins for the Week, where you can share something great that's happened in your business. So be thinking about maybe something great that's happened with a customer or at an appointment, or maybe you've just even had a breakthrough in your thinking. And we'll come to you for that in just a couple of minutes. But let me give you a couple of dates. First of all, we are having our annual holiday workshop on September 9th. It will be live on Zoom. That is a Saturday. And I am partnering with 2 top trip directors to bring that to you, with Jessica Schultz and Rachel Statiel.
Unrelated, but I am not okay that summer is ending. I'm not okay. And the fact that they're talking about holidays is making me even more not okay.
And it is $25 per consultant. And as I explained last week, I want to tell you why. We almost never charge for anything, but for this particular workshop, we have put together a full color, spiral bound, about 80-page workbook of resources that you can use year after year after year after year.
$25 for a fucking workbook? A workbook. I can guarantee that spiral bound workbook didn't cost them $25. So I'm curious to see how much of a profit they're making off of this. I'm also surprised that this is allowed within Mary Kay, like to make a profit off of your team to host a training. I feel like that's skating a line of compliance in some way. Again, I haven't done a deep dive on Mary Kay, so I don't know the ins and outs of their compliance, but it just feels like that's something that wouldn't be allowed.
And we are going to not only print it in full color and bind it for you, but we are going to mail it right to your house. So if you would like to participate in that workshop, just Venmo me $25.
Just Venmo me $25. No big deal. NBD. It's fine. Just trust me. Just Venmo me the $25 and I will bind this workbook myself and send it to you in the mail. Give me a fucking break.
My Venmo handle is just my name, at Brittany Mitchell, and you'll see this mug with different glasses. And you can send that to me and we will get that book to your home before that workshop on September 9th. You know, I want you to know that every year, the company brings us a fresh holiday lookbook and some fresh product offerings, but there is a strategy that goes from year to year to year that wraps around holiday selling. And what we really teach you at that workshop is how to think like a retailer. What are the people we compete with for sales over the holidays doing, thinking, and how can we incorporate some of what they're doing, and what are we doing better than they are that we can teach you? So this book that you're going to receive is one you will go back to year after year after year for ideas, for photos, for scripts, for all kinds of things. So I'm very excited about this. And again, that's on September 9th. I believe it's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're still working on that. And to be perfectly frank, the reason why is we're going to do a run through and see how long it is, and then we'll set the time based on that. So
That's a Saturday morning, but time freedom, right?
we're very excited. So again, just Venmo me if you'd like to participate. It is open. And if you have consultants in other units whose directors are not doing a holiday workshop, they are welcome to participate as well.
Of course, because you're profiting off of it. You're profiting off of all of these team members in your downline and all of the other teams. $25. I'd be curious to know how much they're spending on the book, especially if it's virtual, because there's really no overhead at that point. So you're sending them the book, but you already have everything that you need. You don't need to provide refreshments, snacks, nothing like that. So how are you able to profit off of the other distributors like this? It just doesn't feel right. Maybe that's just like an ethics thing for me. I couldn't do that because it would feel wrong, but it just also feels like it would be against compliance.
All right. Also save the date for our company's 60th anniversary celebration. You know, we've been talking about the road to our 60th anniversary for quite some time, but the actual day is September 13th. And so the company is doing something super cool for free for all of us in the Mary Kay US Facebook page. They are going to be doing at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific, a 60th anniversary celebration. And it's going to be aimed at educating people about our founder, Mary Kay Ash, and our business opportunity, as well as our product portfolio. So it's a great opportunity to invite existing clients, people you'd like to have as clients, people who maybe have expressed interest in the opportunity, people.
There were a lot of ex-Mary Kay distributors in my comments of the first Mary Kay video saying how culty it actually is with Mary Kay Ash, who is the founder of Mary Kay, who started this company for you and your daughters. And they were saying how much they essentially worship Mary Kay Ash, so much so to the extent that when they were going to like different trainings and conventions, they were supposed to stand up and have like a standing ovation when they were talking about Mary Kay Ash. So it's interesting to hear her talk about how they're going to talk about all about Mary Kay Ash at this event that they're doing for the anniversary of Mary Kay starting. It definitely confirms the feeling of the cultiness within Mary Kay.
Who haven't expressed interest, but who you think would be great. And again, that is happening on September 13th. So that is a Wednesday, which means we will not be doing our usual Why Not Wednesday on that night. Speaking of Why Not Wednesday, for those who don't know, is a half-hour program that we do every single Wednesday at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and 4 Pacific time. We do it live in our Why Not Wednesday Facebook group. If you are not a member of that group, you can just request access or text me and I'll invite you into the group, and then you can invite guests to come in. And every single week in just 30 minutes, we have a different director share her I story, as Mary Kay called it. I call it your why story, why you were attracted to this business opportunity and why they might be also. So this is a great place to invite your current customers, potential customers, friends, family, especially if you're a new consultant. It's great for your friends and family to understand why you're so excited about this opportunity.
Or for them to help you understand why this is a cult, in my opinion, of course.
And every week we also play a little 3-minute video called Mary Kay Community of Confidence, which is hands down the best video the company's ever done, I believe. Network quality. Those of you at seminar with me saw this video and we immediately went, we need that video.
I quickly looked up the Community of Confidence video. I'll link it below. I was going to react to it on this video. It's a 3-minute video and it's just a commercial. Like it's nothing that is, in my opinion, going to get people pumped up about anything. It's very basic, straightforward commercial for Mary Kay.
Like pronto. And they provided it to us. And then we do a $50 cash drawing every single week in Why Not Wednesday. So, you know, if you've got some people that are like, why should I come on? They could earn $50 cash. And
is that a bribe? Are bribes allowed in Mary Kay also? Gosh. The plot just thickens every time she opens her mouth about Mary Kay.
you might be surprised. I said this last week, but Tammy will back me up on this. she's there a lot, and Griselle and Karina, you are all there a lot. There are guests who come back week after week because they want to hear the different stories. And at the beginning, we always ask our guests to say who their consultant is and what they do in this big wide world. And so they tell us a little bit about, oh, I'm a mom, I've got 3 kids and I'm a nurse, or, oh, I'm recently divorced and I'm a school teacher, whatever. But we get an idea at the beginning who's on with us. And then the director who's sharing her story that week crafts it to meet that audience. And so every week it has a slightly different flavor and we hear different stories, and man, it's powerful. And at the end, we have our guests vote with an emoji, whether they are in, like, I want to join this company, thumbs up, I'm in, or hands up emoji, I might be in, but I have a few questions I'd like to talk to you one-on-one about. Or they vote with a heart emoji to say, I love everything about this company, but for now I'm happy loving being a customer. And so then based on them voting, we choose one of those women at random. We have a little spinner thing and we award somebody $50 cash. And some of you may remember when we started this event a few months ago, we were giving product away and mailing it. And we found that they get really excited about the instant win of cash.
Obviously, what would you be more excited about? Lipstick or fucking money? Give me the money.
Show me the money.
It doesn't take rocket science to figure that out.
And you maybe be surprised to find this out, but a lot of them are using that cash to then shop with their consultant or to join her team. And so when we were giving away product, if I mail somebody an eyeliner, that's great. And now maybe they'll reorder it. But if we're giving them cash, that's $50 they could use to shop with you or join your team. So it's really a lot of fun. So there's a little invitation graphic. I always post it in our unit Facebook group. If you don't see it, just text me and I will be happy to share that with you. But the next Why Not Wednesday is tomorrow, Wednesday, the 30th of August. And again, it's just 30 minutes. Okay, one more date to save. If you were one of our consultants in Ohio, I am coming to work with you. I'm so excited. I'll be in the Columbus area September 28th to 30th to work with Shelley McEwen and Nancy Frazier and their team members. And we will also be attending new National Sales Director Brittany Jenks' national debut, which is on Friday night, the 29th, and all day Saturday, the 30th. So if you are within driving distance of Ohio, or you want to get on a plane and go there, the training on Saturday is going to be extraordinary, you guys. There are more than 20 national sales directors coming, including Kristen Sharp, Kim McClure, Laura McKeever, and
this all just feels like one big promotion for herself and everything she has going on. And it's giving opportunist.
Many others who are going to be doing an all-day workshop. And some of the training will be for all of us together, and some we will split out by where you are on the career path. So it is going to be a powerful, powerful day and a half of training. Friday night is the debut itself. All day Saturday is the training. And we're very excited about that. So, all right, enough talking from Brittany. I'm going to open the floor now for wins for the week. This is such a great opportunity for you to inspire your sister consultants. So
I hate that they refer to them as sisters. It's just like Sensi sisters. And now we have Mary Kay sisters. And it just feels yucky. It feels culty, in my opinion.
if something great has happened in your business in the last week that you would be willing to share, raise your hand and unmute, and I will put you in the spotlight. Who wants to go first?
Nobody raised their hand. Everybody's just awkwardly staring at each other. Who wants to go first? Not a soul. Not a singular soul wants to go first.
Great. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to put you in the spotlight.
Somebody's got to go first.
That's right.
I have a new consultant who's getting her order in hopefully tonight. If not, then first thing tomorrow. So that's exciting. And that also means I'm running after team leader by the end of the month, which will be great.
And that's great. Tell everybody what a team leader is.
Team leader is 5 active team members. So five women running after this thing with me. So
that's so exciting. So share with everybody where you met your new team member.
She is actually my mom's best friend.
Oh,
of course she is. Is your mom on your team too?
okay.
So I was back in Denver in April. And it was my mom's 75th, and she had a bunch of people in town. And so I got to reconnect with Lynn, who's been a fantastic customer for years, and was like, hey, I think I might kind of want to give this thing a run. So
That
here
is
she is.
awesome. Oh, Sarah, congratulations. Keep us posted on that. We are so thrilled for you. Fantastic.
Her mom is 75. How old is her mom's friend? I'm not saying what you think I'm saying. I'm just saying, is she just doing this to be kind to her best friend's daughter? That's what I'm getting vibes. Like, I can picture this. Listen, I don't want to offend anybody, but that is an aged age. Okay. And I picture a grandma that is very kind and has the sweetest heart and just wants to help people. And she's like, I will join your team. You guys, I know that I'm going to hell and there's nothing I can do about it. So I might as well enjoy the time that I have here on Earth, on YouTube, while I can. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm picturing a grandma helping her best friend's daughter by joining her team. That's it. And let's get on with the training before I get myself into trouble.
Fantastic. Okay, who else wants to raise their hand and be put in the spotlight to share a win for the week?
Nobody. It's so awkward and she's just sitting there in silence. Move on. You are embarrassing yourself. This is so bad.
Karina, you better put your hand in the air, girl. Okay, thank you. Go for it.
Okay, I'm muted. So I'm seeing two of myself. I don't know why that.
Side note, I'm sorry, guys. My audio keeps screwing up because the volume is on the bottom of my mic and I keep hitting it. So it keeps going and turning me all the way up. So when I'm getting loud, it's really loud. So I'm going to adjust it in post, but that might be why it might sound funny a few times throughout this recording. I apologize.
It is.
Oh, we just see one of you. Oh, now you're muted. Hold on. Oh, still muted. Oh, still muted.
This is so awkward.
I got I guess it was doing the star thing for this past July or whatever. Was it that's what it was? But I was able to join in the national sales director call. And I know one was Stacy James, the other lady was Lisa, and the other lady, I can't remember her name.
Pam Shaw.
Who?
Pam Shaw.
Yes, that's it. Because she was the one that was a teacher or something like that, and she had this plan, and it was so. I was like, well, what are they going to talk about? Because I mean, like, there are national sales directors, and I had no idea what they were going to speak of because I've never actually been in a training led with them, and they were also very positive. And when they all spoke on different subjects. And like everything that they said had something, it kind of hit to where it hit me like, oh my God, because one of them was, I mean, we're going through a lot of personal stuff in my family with my granddaughter, and stuff just going back and forth. And she's been my wife for a lot of things. And I think it was the Pam, national sales director named Pam that said something about like when your why is like evident. I wrote it down. I took like 3 pages of notes from what they were talking about, that everything comes easy and you work harder towards it, and it was just I was almost in tears with what they were saying, just different little nuggets of things that they were saying. And I can't remember who said something about like, when you're trying to get bookings and you're doing all this stuff, you're thinking about yourself a lot. And one of them had said, and I think it wasn't Stacy. It was the other person. Lisa, I think it was, said that, when you think of what Mary Kay wanted to do as far as like the type of environment and, being giving and have an open heart, that it makes it a much more peaceful way to run your business per se. When you go about
this is something that all MLMs do with the why. They're always telling you that your why should make you cry, and if it doesn't make you cry, then it's not strong enough, because that's what's going to keep you going. And I think it's a really manipulative thing to do when you are telling somebody this, because they will dig and dig and dig and find something to attach this MLM to so that they never leave, that they stay as long as humanly possible. And I think that's really damaging to somebody's psyche and just their overall mental health. But, you know, that's just my opinion, and nobody has done anything about it yet. So here we are.
It in that way versus I got to get all of these people, you know what I mean? If you're trying to help somebody and make somebody feel better, which I know a lot of people who are going through a lot of stuff that could, like, you know, just enjoy a pampering time away from whatever they have versus, okay, I need to see this many faces, if that makes any sense. Those were the two biggest ones that kind of stuck with me through that night. And I was like wide awake because it was, I forget what time it was. It was like a later time. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall asleep. But I was like wide awake for 2 hours. And then, you know, I was just telling Mike all these different things that they were saying and kind of rejuvenating him into why we're both trying to do this together. So it was really good.
I love that. Karina, congratulations on earning a spot on that call. You guys, that was exclusively for our July Soar Like Never Before Achievers. And Karina earned her way onto that Zoom call. So kudos to you, Karina, for taking advantage of that. And, you know, she makes a good point, you guys. Sometimes we don't know what we're going to get out of something, whether it's the huddle or a call we qualify for, but there's always something that you need to hear, and you'll know what it is when you hear it. Sometimes we know what we're listening for, and sometimes we have no idea, right, Karina? And then we're wide awake and sharing it with our spouses. So I'm glad that Mike is such a support system to you.
Way to give everybody FOMO. Like, there's always something you need to hear, so you need to work your ass off to get into these calls. Scam as many people as possible, in my opinion, so that you can get into these calls and these events and do all of the things.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Who else wants to share a win for the week?
Just move on.
Karina, too, she held her first party on her own. Karina, you say it. Tell everybody what happened.
I did. I was so scared to death. I was like, and I messaged Tammy and them before too, but I had gotten my sister to come and one of her other friends. I said, hey, I just need to do this right quick to kind of get my feet wet. So it didn't go as well as I wanted to with the referrals, but we all had a good time. They were joking because one of the girls, it was so funny, we were trying to do the 5-minute outlook because they thought that this was the glamour one. I'm like, oh no, that's a different time when we get together because that's much longer. We're doing we're fixing our faces and all that stuff. And it was funny because she had said
fixing our faces, but we are an MLM that uplifts women. Fixing our fucking faces. Uplifting women since 1963.
I think I'm this color. I'm like, oh, I don't think so. She was adamant that was the color she was. I was like, all right, well, we'll try it. So, and then she was like, oh, I should have listened to you. And I was like, I didn't want to say that, but okay. But it went well. They all had a good time. We took pictures. They all liked how they looked. They were like, you know, they were just excited because my one sister's friend that came, she was like, I had never had a Mary Kay facial before. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You don't know anybody anybody had never asked you? And she was like, no, this was the first time I had such a good time. So I was excited. So I stumbled a little bit, but I don't think they realized I was stumbling because I just kept on going. And yeah.
Oof. I remember that feeling. I did a handful maybe of Scentsy parties when I was in Scentsy, and I dreaded it. I hated every second of it. I hated packing up my car. I hated setting up. I hated having to present in front of people while they were staring at me. I think because I never truly believed in what I was doing. My gut always knew that I was wrong. I was not supposed to be doing this. And I just kept trying and trying. It was mortifying. It was never fun. Never fun. I feel how she's feeling right now. I can feel it. I remember that feeling.
It was good.
So proud of you.
Yeah. And then I told them too about, I said, well, I'm trying to kind of do it how I was taught. And I was trying to tell them, I was like, you would not believe who because I always tell everybody, you would not believe who my director is. And then when I say it, I was like, and they're kind of younger than me, but they've been around. I was like, I'm sure you've seen her on the news. She was on the news. She, then she made like Mary Kay her job because she was making more money here. And they're like, what? And I was like,
this woman has been on the news. So I don't have enough time to really dig deep to find this news appearance that this leader in Mary Kay had. A quick Google search gave me nothing. So I will have to look more into that. I wonder if that's true. Like, why was she on the news? Because she's in Mary Kay? Is that a thing? Do people get on the news for being in MLMs these days? Or, I don't know, in the 70s, 80s? I'm an asshole, sorry.
yes. So they were just amazed, but we had a good time.
Well, and Karina got bookings and she sold a couple $100 in product. And I think you've just given me an idea, Karina. I need to be telling people, if you remember me from my days in the news, you definitely need some anti-aging skincare because it's been a hot minute. Y'all.
Oh, she was a news anchor. That's why she talks the way she does. I'm such an idiot sometimes. So I think what she was saying is that she's a news anchor, or she was a news anchor, which explains why she speaks the way she does.
Oh, it's been a hot minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, so let me remind you about the gift you can earn from the company this month when you are a Soar Like Never Before achiever. This is one of the coolest, most unique gifts they've ever offered. First of all, to be a Soar Like Never Before achiever, you want 600 in wholesale orders for the month. So that's about 1,200 in sales, which results in 600 profit and 600 in wholesale orders. So
to get this, do they have to sell that product also? Or is it just as long as they order that amount of product, they get this? Because that's an issue. It's all an issue, but that's a bigger issue.
When you take the lid off this box, you find this really cool little stamp set with 2 sticks of wax, and you melt the wax and drizzle it on an envelope, and then you can stamp little symbols in it. And so it's really fun. There's a heart, and there's one that says Mary Kay, and there's one with lips. And, I always like to say I make all the mistakes so you don't have to. So don't hold.
It is 2023. There are not many people sending out snail mail these days. They're very stuck in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s.
Hold the flame too close to the wax or it will turn black and pink instead of just pink. And you need a lot more wax than you think. So there you have it. You're welcome. Well, I was so excited for us to hop into our training tonight. So I'm going to spotlight myself. And, when I put together the training, I really put intention into this, you guys. I look at what you have been texting me that you most need support with for the week. I think about who's coming on the huddle. And then I try to put together something that I know you can take and implement immediately. So tonight, we are going to talk about getting bookings and getting referrals right skippy now, as my friend Debbie always says. And Debbie is Michelle's mom. Doesn't she say that? She always says right skippy now, which I have adopted. So I think that's fun. So
this is a great depiction of what this individual was saying in the first training that I reacted to when she said Mary Kay Ash made this for you and your daughters and your daughter's daughters and blah blah blah. Like all of these people, their moms were also in Mary Kay, so now they are now in Mary Kay and their daughters are going to be in Mary Kay. It's so cyclical.
This morning I had a consultant texting me, tell me again what to say to get referrals. I had another consultant who texted me yesterday and said, okay, I really do want to capitalize on this new miracle set to get bookings. So I put together a little role play exercise and something I'm going to put on the screen. And so Sarah Covell, will you play along with me and role play when I get to the part where I need someone to play with me? Would you do that?
Okay.
Some role playing, huh? This is going to be nothing short of fabulous.
Thank you. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen, you guys, and just kind of show you what I have for you here. So I put together some words that work. That's my thing. I talk about words that work for you to follow up on the fall lookbook mailing. And I know that most of you did enroll customers, unless you're brand new and didn't have that opportunity, to receive the fall lookbook through the preferred customer program. So that book hit customer mailboxes last week. And so I have always advocated doing what I call a text call system.
Text call. you're getting blocked.
And the text call system is text them to tell them the book's on the way, text them to make sure they got it, and then call them to follow up. So panic not if you did not text them to say it was on the way. We're just going to jump into this where we are tonight. So here are the words that work to follow up on that lookbook. It sounds like this. Hey, Susie, it's Brittany Mitchell, your Mary Kay consultant, just checking in to make sure you got the fall lookbook I mailed you. It should have arrived by now, along with a free gift inside. Don't miss it. It's our incredible Time-Wise Serum C plus E. Daily use delivers skin that's firmer, brighter, and glowing with good health. Reply yes if you've tried it. Love it if you want me to deliver a bottle or pop it in the mail to you. And not yet if you'll try it tonight and let me know what you think. I appreciate you. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave that up on the screen. So let's dissect this a little bit. Some of you are discovering that you're not getting replies when you text your customers. And I want to share with you, with love, how you can change that. One of the first ways is
maybe don't text them. That's how you can change it. Nobody wants to get texts like this. It's spammy. Oh my gosh, the amount of texts that I get from like different places that I've bought from before and things like that. It's so ridiculous. And the amount of numbers that I block for that reason is also ridiculous. This is a great way to get not only blocked on social media, but also get your phone number blocked by people.
Invite them to respond. Simple as it sounds, sometimes we're just announcing things or talking at them and we're not asking them a question. So this specifically gives them 3 ways to reply. Yes, they've tried it. Love it if they want to buy it. Or not yet if they haven't yet, but will. Okay, that right there is going to change the game for you. Can I guarantee you that everyone's going to respond? No. But if you ask people to respond, chances are there's a higher likelihood that they will. Think about when your hair salon or your dentist texts you to remind you of an appointment. And this is where I stole this idea years ago. It usually put in the text, it'll say, reply C to confirm.
That is totally fucking different. Like you're telling your doctor, your dentist, your hairstylist, whatever it is, like, yes, I'm going to be there. Don't forget about me. This is not that. This is spam, in my opinion.
Reply Y. If yes, you'll attend, whatever. We make it more fun. Yes, love it, not yet. So invite them to reply. Okay. The other thing is, do you see how I didn't just call it a sample? I said a free gift inside. Now, if someone sent that to me, I'd be like, wait, what? Hold on. Where's my lookbook? Let me check this out and make sure. Oh, there is it. Look at that. You guys, this is what it looks like. This is the sample that's in the lookbook. Okay. And the company makes it really obvious. Like there's no missing this. It's a whole separate card. It's on page 14. It's in the skincare section. And then they've got a whole full color page about this sample. This is the most brilliant thing. This program, preferred customer program. So we called it a free gift. Words that work, you guys. This is what sometimes consultants do. Hey, I sent you a sample in that lookbook. Let me know if you tried it. Let me know if you like it. That is not using words that work. These words work. And, I like to joke that I've made all the mistakes, so you don't have to. You're welcome. I have tried so many words over the years that did not work. And these are words that do work. So we're going to call it a free gift, not a sample. We're going to tell them something about it because maybe they didn't read it, or maybe they were like, oh yeah, there's a sample in here and they threw the book down. So they're going to hunt down this book because you called it a free gift. And I just told them what it does. It delivers skin that's firmer, brighter, and glowing with good health. And some of you may be thinking, oh, Brittany, you always have such good words. I lifted those right off the product fact sheet in Product Central. Those are not my words. Those are the company's words because they work. Okay, so what have we just learned? Invite a response, call it a free gift, not a sample, and use words that entice and describe what the sample will do. Don't just say, did you get the sample? Did you try the sample? Do you want to buy that thing I had sent you a sample of? That doesn't work. So I'm going to post these and I'm going to double dog dare you to text this out to your clients and then follow up with a phone call. I know, breathe in, breathe out. It's going to be okay. We're going to use our telephones.
If there's one thing that I hate, it's when I text somebody and they immediately call me because they know I have my phone in my hand. You.
A phone. You guys, when people hear your voice, it feels more personal than a text. People get so many texts, they don't get as many calls. Okay. And the reality is you're probably going to get voicemail. So I'm going to tell you what to say if you get voicemail, and then we're going to do a little role play, and Sarah's going to help me out with what to do if you reach her. And I know some of you out there are like, please, Jesus, let me get voicemail. Yes, voicemail, because you're terrified to talk to people. I'm going to tell you that one of the reasons my sales are strong is because I diligently follow up on the lookbook mailing. You know, I like to joke that if you're not going to follow up, you might as well just light this thing on fire or not send it, because it's designed to make you money. When you invest that 90 cents per person to send them the book, they are going to buy product. And maybe not that book. I mean, how many of you like me? I get Talbot's catalogs and Orvis catalogs and all the catalogs. I don't buy every time I get one of those catalogs. But
these Mary Kay ladies really love them some Talbot.
When we needed a new dog bed, guess who I thought of? Orvis, because they send me a catalog. And when I need a new skirt to go with my director jacket, who do I think of? Talbot's, because they send me a catalog. This is not like I bought a lottery ticket, I scratched it off, and I win or I lose. You guys, this is keeping your products and your business in people's hands. It's reminding them, oh, Tammy's still in business. Oh, Tammy just sent me her book. It's reminding them if Karina meets somebody and says, do you have a Mary Kay consultant? And she goes, no, I don't. That Karina can then invite them to have an appointment. But, you know, sometimes I'll meet people and ask them if they have a consultant. And they'll go, yeah, what was her name? It was like 6 years ago. My sister had a party. What was her name? That tells me that they're not getting a book from you, friend, because if they're getting a book from you and you're following up, they ought to be able to go, I do have a consultant. It's Brittany Mitchell. Do you know her? And I'd go, I do. So, you know,
I do. That's me.
I'm telling you this because I want you to be one of the names I hear when I meet someone who says they have a consultant. And I know in my city, if someone goes, I do have a consultant, I can bank on it's going to be probably one of 5 people. Now, there are a lot more than 5 consultants in the area, but they follow up so diligently that their customers can name them. You could wake them up from a deep sleep.
Of course, there are a lot more than 5 consultants in the area. Mary Kay has been oversaturated for years. And like we saw at the beginning of this video, people are still fucking joining.
And they'd go, Brittany Mitchell is my consultant. All right, so let me tell you what to say if you get voicemail.
Oh, she likes waking people up from a deep sleep, because I'm pretty sure she was the one in the first video that said if I woke somebody up from a deep sleep and asked them what their big goal was, like, why are you wanting to wake people up from a deep sleep? I know it's just figuratively, but I literally, you will regret every second of even thinking about waking me up from a deep sleep. Hi, I'm interrupting this video to shout out my channel members. Thank you so much for those of you who have decided to join my channel membership. I appreciate it so much. If you're not a channel member and you're interested in learning more about my channel membership, there is a join button right underneath this video. Sometimes it doesn't always show up there though, so you can also find it on my channel page itself. Within my channel membership, you do get shout outs in all of my videos, just like this here, as well as members only live streams and a couple of other perks. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you check that out. But if not, I just thank you for being here and consuming my content. That is always the #1 way to support my channel. So with that, let's get back into it.
It's very similar. Okay. Hey, Susie, it's Brittany Mitchell, your Mary Kay consultant, calling to follow up on the free gift I sent you inside the pages of your fall lookbook. I sent you a text the other day, but I know your life is probably as busy as mine. So I thought I'd reach out and try to catch you by phone. Hey, I'd really love to know what you thought of the Time-Wise Serum C+E sample. It's one of our best-selling serums for a reason. I know you'll love it at first try. Give me a call or shoot me a text and let me know if I can deliver a bottle or pop it in the mail to you along with any of your other favorites. You know we have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Thanks, Susie. Now, that's probably about a 1-minute voicemail message, you guys. But let's
we have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Susie probably doesn't give
dissect this, okay? And I'm leaving the words up on the screen so you can look at these. First of all, I'm telling her I'm calling to follow up on what? The free gift I sent her. Where? Inside the pages of her fall lookbook. Then I referenced the text I sent her. I sent you a text the other day, and we don't want people to feel bad, like, oh man, I meant to get back to her. So look what I say next. I let her off the hook, but I know your life is probably as busy as mine. That's affirming to her, look, I'm busy too. You're busy, I'm busy.
The majority of people don't really feel bad if they didn't return a text to somebody that they never intended to return a text to in the first place. That's the sad truth.
But then what do I say? So I thought I'd reach out and try you by phone. That's saying, hey, I tried texting you and now I'm trying calling you. But then, did you hear what I said next? Hey, I really would love to know what you thought of that sample. You guys, if we send people a sample and we don't follow up to find out how they loved the sample, we are missing the boat. We are missing the boat. Okay, I'm going to stop the share here for just a second because I want to tell you this. This product is, we talked briefly about this last week. This is a $60, right? $60 item. Make sure I'm right. I know I'm right. $60 item. Think about this. If I sell one of these, I make $30. That pays for me to enroll more than 30 people for the next lookbook mailing from selling one. The company estimates that if people use it morning and night, it lasts 6 weeks. I just use it in the morning. So mine lasts me 12 weeks. But if you were selling this to one customer every 12 weeks, do you know how much you'd make from that one product with that one customer over the course of a year? This is why I beat the drum and beat the drum and beat the drum, boom, 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 and roll in PCP. Y'all know I practically drive to your house. You know I send you those stupid jokes, knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Aren't you glad I'm reminding you one more time to enroll for the book? Okay? I know it's a dumb joke.
Everything about this is just very dated.
I know it's a dad joke, but it works. And so many of you enrolled. So give yourselves a round of applause if you enrolled for the lookbook. Okay, really smart. So let's go back to the screen share. And now let's look at what we say when we get somebody on the phone. Here we go. Okay, so if you reach her, don't panic and go, shoot, I was hoping I'd get voicemail. Don't say that, you guys.
It's a whole fucking script. So is she going to instruct her team to use the script? Because if so, you're setting your team up for failure again, because you can tell when somebody's reading off of a script. It's going to be obvious for the majority of people who are calling as a Mary Kay consultant. Not everybody was a news anchor in the past.
Say pretty much the same thing. In fact, let me scroll down so you can see the voicemail script and the phone script. Here's the voicemail script. Here's the phone script. Hey, Susie, it's Brittany Mitchell. So Sarah, I'm going to have you unmute and I'm going to have you play along with me here. Let me put this back down. So, okay, there we go. There's Sarah on the side with me. Okay. So Sarah, you be Susie in this scenario. Okay. Hey, Susie, it's Brittany Mitchell, your Mary Kay consultant, calling to follow up on the free gift I sent you inside the pages of your fall lookbook. I sent you a text the other day, but I know your life's probably as busy as mine, girl. So I thought I'd reach out and try to catch you by phone. How are you?
Hey, Brittany, I'm good. How are you?
I am great. Hey, I'd really love to know what you thought of that Time-Wise Serum C plus E sample. It's one of our best-selling serums for a reason.
I am a slacker and I don't even know where I put the lookbook, Brittany. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. Listen, I'm following up because I want to make sure you get a chance to try it. I know you'll love it at first try. So how open would you be to trying it tonight or tomorrow morning and then giving me a call or shooting me a text and just letting me know if I can deliver a bottle or pop it in the mail to you?
I think that sounds good. But if you don't hear from me by tomorrow at lunch, will you throw me a text and remind me? Because it's probably sitting waiting for me to hit send.
Yeah, absolutely. So lunchtime tomorrow. What time is lunch for you?
Let's say around noon.
Okay. So noon tomorrow. Good. That's awesome. You know, customer feedback helps us determine what samples to put in future lookbooks. So I truly appreciate me getting back with you for your honest opinion. Hey, while we're on the phone, my records show that you're probably ready for a refill on a few of your other faves. Tell me what I can get for you.
Oh man.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Can I take inventory and let you know when I text you tomorrow too?
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. Now, you guys, let me just put a pin in that. Sometimes people will say exactly what she just did, like, ooh, I'm going to have to check my bathroom. And so sometimes I'll jokingly go, yeah, shake those tubes and bottles, girl. Let me know what I can get for you. But sometimes don't be shocked. They'll go, oh, you always know exactly. I hear this all the time. How do you always know exactly when to call? I'm out of eye makeup remover, so definitely put me down for that. And I'm almost out of CC cream. They start giving you a list, you guys. And just like I teach you to do in the individual consultation at the end of your appointments, look at the script here. Do you see how I listen and I go, okay, got it. So that's eye makeup remover, CC. I read the list back to her. Perfect. And then 3 magic words. Look at this. And what else?
She told you already.
You guys, this is code for we are not selling. We're allowing them to buy. Let me say it again. We are not selling. We're allowing them to buy.
Ma'am, if you weren't selling, they wouldn't have anything to buy. You're selling. Don't sugarcoat it. You're fucking selling.
So if I just said, got it, eye makeup remover and CC cream. So your total is, she might not be done buying. I'm ending the sale. The customer has the power. And so by saying, perfect, okay, and what else? That gives her the freedom to tell me when she's done buying. I don't sell, she's buying, and she's in charge. So she tells me when she's done. So she might go, let me think. Because, you know, we're thinking in our head through our routine.
This whole call was a sales call. There was no other reason to get this individual on the phone other than to sell them. You are selling when you do something like this. Stop lying. Why do these consultants lie so much? Because they wouldn't be at the top of the pyramid if they didn't lie so much. So they did a lot more role play with that whole calling somebody scenario, and it was dreadfully boring. So I'm cutting that part out of the video. We're moving on to this turn it into a booking script. This one gets a little cringe. It's worth keeping in the video.
Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, so let's talk about how to turn it into a booking. I love that you said yes in the chat, Marty. Thank you for affirming that, because that's what you do all the time. You serve, and that's why you sell. When we go to sell, people can smell that we're there to sell. When we go to serve, people feel that we're there to serve, and that's why they buy. Okay, so turning it into a booking. Okay, you guys, we're at the end of the call. Susie, aka Sarah, is going to play along with me. And I'm going to say, hey, Susie, one last thing. We are launching a newly reimagined Time-Wise Miracle set in honor of our company's 60th anniversary, and the reviews and results are better than ever. I'd love to get together with you and let you try it for yourself. How open would you be to connecting with me to take it for a test drive?
I mean, you're pretty fun. I think let's try it.
I am fun. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Susie.
I need some fun in my life.
Right? I do too. And you and I are both fun. So let's do this. So then I say, what's better for you during the week or on the weekend? You guys, this is called funneling. I'm going to give options that funnel down to her choice. What's better for you during the week or on the weekend?
Let's try the weekend.
Super. I have Saturday at 11 or 1. What's better for you?
How about 1?
1 o'clock. Great. And shall I come to you or do you prefer to come to me?
I will come to you so I don't have to tidy up the house.
There you go. So you guys, did you see how I started with during the week or the weekend? Great. She said weekend, Saturday at 11 or 1. Great. And do you want me to come to you or you want to come to me? I'm funneling the choices down to the one that we go with. Okay. So then after she chooses, I'm going to affirm why we're getting together. Awesome. I know you'll be totally wowed. So let me remind you. Now, let me stop here. I'm affirming that we're getting together. Now I'm going to invite her to turn it into a party. If we go for the party and they go, oh, I don't really think I want to do that, but I'll try it. And I go, all right, well, that's fine. Then she feels like the consolation prize, like, okay, I guess if you're not going to have a party, I'll just take you. Womp womp. No, game show, no. So watch how I do this. Okay, great. So that's Saturday at 1, and you're going to come to me. I'll text you my address. Awesome. Look at these words that work. I know you'll be totally wowed. So let me remind you, if you share your appointment with a few friends, you can get your miracle set half price. How open are you to inviting a few friends to join you for the test drive? I do all the work. You get all the credit. All you have to do is say who, and I'll reach out to invite them for you. So who do you know that has skin and loves to give her opinion?
She put an LOL in there and then went, ha ha. Can't make this shit up.
I mean, I do like free things or half price things. I think I can think of a couple people, but I don't know if I'm comfortable giving you their numbers. Could I touch base with them first?
Ooh, I'm so glad she said this. This is why role play is powerful. You guys, sometimes people will say that, and this is what I say. Tell you what if we do it this way? Why don't you let me have their names and numbers while we're on the phone together, and I will not touch them for 48 hours to give you a chance to reach out to them first. And then unless I hear from you not to call them, I'll give them a jingle in a day or two. Sound good?
I think that works.
Absolutely not. I'm still not giving you my friends' names and numbers. No. She's so pushy. It's gross.
You guys, here's the deal. They're going to go, hey, if I had this Mary Kay thing, would you want to come? They're not using words that work. And I'll tell you what happens is I wait a day or two and then I reach out, and that person has not reached out to them to see if they want to come. She has not done that because it's our business, not theirs. We should be doing it, not them. Okay. We are there to serve them, and it serves them to have friends so they can get a hostess discount. Okay. And so then instead of, if I have this Mary Kay thing, do you want to come? Which does not work. I'm going to go, hey, it's Brittany Mitchell with Mary Kay, and we haven't met yet, but your friend Susie is one of my clients, and we're getting together this Saturday at 1 to try our brand new Mary Kay Time-Wise Miracle Set. And she said you might be willing to come and try it and give your opinion. So if that...
My friend Susie is getting a call from me immediately after this, and she's going to get an earful.
That sounds like fun. I'd love to shoot you a text with my address so you can join us. You guys, the last part is the most important. So if that sounds like fun, not, can you make it? That's a yes or no question. Not, do you want to do that maybe? That's a yes or no question. So if that sounds like fun, I'd love to shoot you my address so you can join us. You guys, what I'm saying is it is fun. So if that sounds like fun to you, and I don't ever have anyone go, that does not sound like fun to me. They don't say that. So that's one way to go. Okay. So the other way that sometimes it goes is they say they don't want to invite friends. So let's look at this. So let's say that she has, said that she will invite some people, and great, we take care of that part. I just make it easy. I say, you know what? You can either read me the names and numbers, or you know what most people do? Okay, look what I just did there. What most people do says that this is how it goes. Well, what most people do is they just go into their contacts in their phone, Susie, and they just share them right over to me. And then I'll just reach out with a text and a call and see if they'd love to join us. See how casual.
There's no words for this one. Why is she like this? Why are people like this? Why is this happening? Just share the contact with me. No. Fuck off. I'm not sharing my friends' contact information with anybody. That's for them to do. Not for me, and not for her, not for Susie. No.
Well, that sounds, I'll reach out with a text or a call and see if they want to join us. Okay, so then
she sounds like a door-to-door salesman. I've had the solar panel people come to our door before, and we're like, no, we really are not interested. And they will try to get into the house. That's the energy she's giving.
Affirm. Oh my gosh, one more time. What's it about? Why are we getting together? New miracle set. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you to be one of the first in the country to try our newest miracle. Get ready to be impressed and pampered, and I'll see you Saturday at 1 at my house. Okay, so this I always find comical, but sometimes people don't want to give you a guest list or have a party or have friends over. But I'll say this. So watch how now I get referrals instead, because the reality is if they don't want to invite friends, that's fine. But they might want to give me some referrals. And you might be thinking, really? Yeah. And sometimes what I do is then I call them and tell them, hey, so-and-so is so excited. And, we're going to get together. She could come to your appointment. And then they're like, oh, because see, the reason they don't want to give you names and numbers is they're thinking, what are you going to say to my friends? And I don't know if they're interested.
No, the reason that people don't want to give somebody their friend's name and numbers is because that is sacred information. You don't just give that out willy-nilly to anybody and everybody. That's rude and it's disrespectful. If people were to do that to me, I would not be happy.
So watch this. Okay. So let's pretend that Susie, Sarah, has said, I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Then I say this, hey, I'm actually looking for 30 women to give me their opinion of the new Miracle set in the next 30 days. I'd love to give you a discount on your order today for sharing a few names and numbers of people who I could call or text and just offer the chance to enjoy a free pampering package and give this set a test drive. I can offer you
desperate much?
$5 off today just for sharing. Oh, that says $5 again, just for sharing 5 names and numbers. And I'll triple it to $15 off for 10 names and numbers. Who comes to mind?
It's giving desperation. You are so desperate at this point that you are going to pay them essentially to hand over their friends' names and numbers.
Let me pause right there. Notice I did not ask a yes or no question. Can you think of anyone? Yes or no question. Do you want to do that? That's a yes or no question. I asked her a specific question. Who?
I'm going to lose it. I am so grateful that this training is almost over.
Who comes to mind? Who comes to mind? Not does anyone come to mind. That's a yes or no question. Okay. And then I say right behind it, I don't wait. I say, who comes to mind? Don't overthink it. It doesn't matter if you think they'll be interested or not. I'll take care of reaching out to ask. And believe me, very few women aren't interested in a free facial. So there's something in it for her. 5 names, $5 off. Hello. Yeah. Ding, here. I'm sharing them out of my phone with you right now. And then I offered a triple.
You're not estheticians. You're not trained in facials. So no, I'm not interested in this facial. It's free for a reason. I don't want it. I want to go to a spa and have a facial, not from a Mary Kay rep who was not trained on anything skin or beauty related. You just joined a fucking MLM company. Absolutely not.
How many of you would be excited to give her $15 off, which only costs you $7.50 because we make 50% profit. So if you give her 15 off, that only costs you $7.50. How many of you would be excited to give her $15 off for 10 new names and numbers? I see the hands in the air. Yeah. You guys, this is what I find is sometimes they just listen. I'm going to stop the share. They want your time and attention at the appointment. They just want that one-on-one love, and that's okay. But sometimes when I do book those referrals, I'll reach back and go, hey, 3 of those people that you referred to me are all excited to get together and they're available Saturday. Now, I'm happy to schedule them for another time, but if they come to your appointment, then you would get hostess credit for that. And sometimes they go, oh, really? Amy said, my sister Amy is, well, all right, shoot, all right. Here's the last piece. Sometimes they then go, there are a couple of other people that you could ask if you want to. Now they're like, what? People do want to come also? And they will start giving you some more names and numbers who, if they can't come to that party, you can book for their own appointment. All right. So I know we covered a lot tonight. And the thing that we've started doing as of last week that will serve all of you, Marty, yep, hallelujah corner. Thank you for that. The thing we started doing last week is that right after we wrap up, which is now, I stay on, I turn off the recording, and I stay on for 10 or 15 more minutes to answer your questions about this training or anything else that you have questions about. I want to honor your time for coming on the huddle. I won't be offended if you leave right now, but if you would like to stay and listen listen and to other people's questions or ask your own, we're going to do that. So as always, I will post the playback in our unit Facebook group, on our website. I will post the document on our Facebook page so you can see those words that work. And I'm going to encourage you, team up with one of your team members or another consultant, and you guys just role play and practice, or do it in front of the mirror. You're going to feel like a crazy person doing that. But when I was brand new, I would do that. I'd sit in front of my mirror and go, and what else? Yeah, I mean, practice makes progress, not perfect, you guys. So practice with one another. So thanks for tuning into the huddle tonight. I'm going to stop the recording. Stay tuned for your Q&A time.
Yikes, that provided all the cringe we need. There's just like, there was a lot in that call. There was a lot. This Mary Kay thing gets more and more cringe as I uncover more and more. Anyway, as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.